So we love to network with other family offices, with technology groups, with innovators, with people that think outside, it's the typical outside the box, but that think differently, that live a different reality. We can learn a lot from a biologist that understand how the equilibrium of nature is, how it's broken and how it's maintained and how it's being made better. And the world is it's a huge organism of businesses, of people, of different interests, different thoughts, different emotions. And it's, at any given moment, the complexity of it is just increasing. However, we can use all sorts of metaphors from various different fields. And if we listen and pay attention to people, and it can be from I've learned so many things from a homeless person living in the street, living in this rawness of, I don't know if I'm going to eat. I don't know where I'm going to sleep. It's raining. It's cold. I've been beaten up at the shelter last night. I don't want to go back there. And they live in such a raw way that most people don't know. We live mostly in our comfort or our stress of economical we need to we need to make the payroll, and of course these are big stresses and things, but our lives are not at risks. And so for most people, so we can learn from anybody. And I think that's a great attitude to have as entrepreneurs, and for us as investors. We're not like, oh, we've done this many times. We know the metrics. We know who we need to become and the path and all the steps. And, and then if you do this, you'll be successful. I think that would be dramatic. First, we would bear the weight of the success of the failure. And we don't want to do that. And two, how do we know? Everything is changing so fast. And so, one of our greatest joy, is to see people, entrepreneurs that we support to thrive and to be joyful, to be happy, to learn about themselves and to discover life through, a business can take 10 years and a lot of efforts and sacrifices. And really, most people will do one business, maybe two, a few will do 3, 4, 5 and go on the moon and all this. But the truth is, this is a lifetime opportunity to discover yourself, to discover what you care about. And so if you can, open your heart and really feel who you're becoming and who you're servicing and how that's making a difference, I think that's the right attitude, the right mindset. And so we like ourselves to be, to live that. To be the first to live that. And so we've developed all sorts of labs and processes that help support entrepreneurs to do that. And also we've been in contact with people in Canada, the US, different places around the world that have they're developing technologies and processes that help to listen better, to have a better sense of what's needed. And then to come together and to leverage technology. We're getting involved with a group called the Coventina Foundation that is building a blockchain type of infrastructure. It's something called Holochain, and that is at least 100 million times cheaper to operate than Ethereum, which is the number one blockchain infrastructure. And one of the reasons is they've studied for years how nature works, and then they coded how nature works. And doing so, they can be so much more efficient in how they build the technology. And instead of putting this in a private corporation and become a 100 times a unicorn, they decided to make this an open source technology and opening up to humanity, so that humanity can leverage this technology and improve the lives and of everybody in the planet, to create a decentralized and distributed economy that empowers everyone. So just an example, yeah. So really, in a short answer, to learn, to be humble, and to meet like meet people, ping people, and get to know those that you don't know, so that I can learn something new. And the challenge is constantly to redefine your own viewpoint of how to invest, because if you have a very specific recipe and you reply that recipe, you can make a lot of money. But what's the outcome of that recipe? Is it really working? Is it really helping humanity? And we care about learning new things as well.